All right, guys, welcome. This is the master class on organic marketing. All of this is organic strategies and how this could help you in your own business. So those that don't know me, my name is Jennifer Gabat. I am from El Dorado. Well, I'm from Mississippi, but I'm here in El Dorado, Arkansas. If you can't notice, I am a Southern Southern girl, and I have that accent. And so, a little bit about myself. I've been in business for a little over 3 years, actually, last month. And I've been full-time online marketer for those 3 years. Prior to that, I drove a truck for 20 years. So when I tell you guys you were able to do this online marketing, you can, because I didn't know anything about computers whatsoever. I drove a truck for 20 years. I dropped out of high school. I was very low tech, but I had the desire to do something online. And so in 2015, I got on one of those done for you programs, high ticket affiliate programs, had all the bells and whistles. And for a year and a half, I struggled to try to make sense of this online world, even though they had the training, they had the coaches, they had the back office, they had the funnels, they had everything. They was missing the personal touch that I was desperately needing at my particular time in my career. So that fast forwarded me until last year in February. I came to a hard realization that I either had to find a different way of promoting my business, because that particular profession pushed paid ads. And so that was the only platform that I knew. So in February, I ran out of money to promote my offer. So I was completely dead in the water. And so I was about to go back to driving a truck, something that I could fall back on, when I was introduced to a mentorship program. And he showed me all of these things that I have, along with some other things, but he introduced me to Millionaire Mentoring, and he actually showed me this fundamental steps that I'm going to go through with y'all on these 3 days over this masterclass. And so we're going to be talking about branding yourself, finding the right content that actually speaks to your audience. And then I'm also going to show you how to get unlimited leads off of Facebook using this program. And I've been able to generate over $100,000 online in these past 3 years. And really, actually, in the last year and a half, I've been able to generate over $126,000 online. And 60 of that $1,000 was with a free method of this class that I've put together for y'all. Okay. So what I'd like to do is, you know a little bit about me, but so it is a very interactive type class that I like to do. So what I'd like to do is for y'all to unmute yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you are in your business, your career. What do you hope to get out of this class? Because again, this is marketing strategies. And then maybe what you're struggling with, so that I could possibly cover those type of issues as we go through this class. Okay, sounds like a good deal? All right, who would like to come out first? Don't be shy. I won't bite. I promise.
I'll go first.
Okay, Tina.
Okay. Excuse me. I just got out of the pool, so I have no makeup on. My hair is a mess, but I'm here. So anyway, my story. I have a lifetime in sales and marketing. It's a passion for me. Frankly, I enjoyed the people so much, I never wanted to leave. And I got to the point where I loved just being thrown to the wolves. So I came over, I came over in 2005 to this side of the fence. Although I had dabbled in network marketing while I was working corporate, 6 industries, over a 40-plus year time period. And so network marketing dabbled 70s, 80s, 90s. And then in 2005, I was working mortgage, and I knew that that industry was going to blow up. And I had recreated myself so many times that, you know, I had gone to real estate school to do mortgage. And I decided that before that industry blew up in 2007, 2008, when the bubble burst, that I was going to try to do something online. So I came online and I married my first company. So I was a pioneer for online shopping and helping nonprofits. And I was buying leads. I was doing what they told me to do. And I remember everybody had hopped online, and I was watching all these people who were figuring out how to get leads online. And I kept saying, there's got to be a better way. And so I was able, luckily, to meet some people that were able to teach me some things. And so it's been very interesting to see how this has all changed since 2005. And frankly, I'm just so grateful to meet you, because you really have so much to offer and share. And I really appreciate what you're doing. And so I'm just glad to be here.
Well, thank you, Tina. So, and what is your biggest struggle, do you think, right now?
Free traffic.
Traffic source. Okay.
Free, yeah. Actually, my story is a little bit like you. We bought a house a couple years ago, and I was given a credit card of $10,000, and I aligned with a company that was going to teach me Facebook advertising. Mm-hmm. So it could be a blessing in disguise. I don't know, but our pool got hit by wind. And the past 2 years, rebuilding the pool, and it wasn't all covered. So anyway, the Facebook advertising funds were not available. Mm-hmm. And so I immediately went back to, I call it onesie, push marketing. Even though I do some attraction marketing, I went back to onesie push, mm-hmm. and just praying again, dear God, please, help me get some new input. And actually, besides you, I have some other friends now that are really getting deeper into the branding, and I do see that they've got to know you, they got to like you, they got to trust you, and the only way we're going to separate ourselves, unique selling proposition, is going to be branding, and so I'm just so grateful.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Tina, for sharing.
Thank you.
Mm. So who would like to go next? Clinton? Arlene? No? Y'all don't want to come out and share a little bit with us? Okay. No big deal. So we can go ahead and get started. Okay. So one of the issues that, we have when we're branding, it really is talking about your personality, your style. It is really essential for you to establish that type of know, like, and trust, like what Tina was talking about, was that's what your brand is going to represent, okay? Once you get your brand done effectively, you have an ideal steady stream of your customer. It also gives you your brand recognition. And then it also presents you as a leader. When it comes to social media, it's not just enough to be on the platform. You actually need to know how to effectively work it. And by picking the right social media that you are is really essential to it. And the reason why I say that is, back when I first started online, they told us that we had to be on every single platform. So I followed suit. I got on every single platform, including trying to blog, trying to run traffic, paid traffic, free strategies, everything that you can imagine. And then so what happened is that I got so overwhelmed and stretched so thin, I couldn't master any one of those platforms that I was on. Even though that I was on all of them, none of them was effectively working for me. And so one of the things that my mentor helped me do was to narrow my field of strategy down to one platform. And so what he showed me was if you mastered one of them, then you can incorporate another platform once you are you have a steady stream and it's running efficiently. Okay, so one of the reasons why I love Facebook is, for one, the customer base that I usually target is on there. Okay, those are the older the baby boomers, the people that are my age. They're the like early retirement, and then they're also seniors and stuff like that. And so that's my target that I usually represent, right? So, but having said that, if you are in a younger crowd, okay, more of like the Instagram or the Twitter, they are more the millenniums. They are those types of, they're the techie people. So if that's your target, maybe those platforms would be a better fit for you. So whatever, no platform is a bad platform. It's just, what do you feel comfortable about doing and wanting to immerse yourself, okay? Every platform has a different algorithm that you have to understand. So Facebook is again, it changes, but the reason why I like it is because it gathers so much data to us, that as long as you understand where to go and look at it, you can search by age, you can search by likes, their dislikes, what movies they watched, what the last meal that they had. I mean, the knowledge is really at our fingertips if we know exactly where to look for them. And you'll learn some of those benefits along this masterclass, okay? I'm going to show you some of the obvious kind of places to look, but then I'm also hoping that I'm going to show you some not so obvious places to find your perfect customer. And it really all starts with you becoming an attractive character, okay? And when I say an attractive character, it's really about becoming that persona that you want to show your audience and how you're communicating with them. Now, I want you to think about this, guys. Okay, think about this. When you think of McDonald's, you see Ronald McDonald. Okay, if you see KFC, you're gonna think about the Colonel. Okay, if you think about Geico, you're gonna think about the lizard, right? Every one of those companies has branded a attractive character to get somewhere so that you can be connected to those, okay? I love the one that, the Allstate, the Mayhem, okay? The reason why we love him is because we can relate to him, okay? So when you're creating your own brand, what makes you unique, okay? What makes you you? So one of the things that I like to is, when you're branding, is turn it back to yourself. I mean, like I said, I have a Southern accent. That's part of my branding, okay? I am pretty straightforward. That's part of my branding. I am authentic. If you don't want my opinion, don't ask me. You may not like what I may say. So, I mean, it's a certain brand because of my personality that is, people are getting to know me, okay? People want to know about you, so you must tell them about yourself. When you are in business for yourself, it is really up to you as a marketer to lay that foundation for people to recognize you as the brand, okay? So when you're doing that, it really starts with maybe your story, okay? Sometimes you're going to use your whole story because we all have a history, okay? Or sometimes we're just going to use snippets of it from time to time on your page, on your post, right? So when you're telling your story, keep these three things in mind when you're telling your story, okay? So it all formulates with this, okay? So the first one is tell about yourself. That's pretty kind of easy. You're the character. Okay, then the second thing is try to relate something of your struggles in your life or your business. Okay, people don't want to know about someone that is perfect, that has all their ducks in the row. You know, I love the Superman story, that nobody would really care about Superman if he was always invincible and would is the hero, right? The only reason why we like him is because they introduced the character flaws about him. When he started saying, okay, when the concern was with other people or his family or the character of whatever, that's when we started building that bond with Superman. Okay, so the third part of telling your story is how can you share your struggles and relate it back to your product or services that you're offering. How can you help them overcome the same struggles that they're experiencing in their business? Okay, it's really that simple. Okay, most people don't want to. They try to over complicate a lot of stuff, but when you really think about it, it's the simplest things that we forget to do. Okay, and the reason why I say that we want to create our story is that it helps someone to relate to you, thereby they become a fan of your story and a potential customer in the future. Okay, this is how you become, that's how you become that attractor factor. And it also helps you put yourself on the sort of the blue ocean type thing. If y'all have not read Russell Brunson's Expert Secret, he talks about how we are in the same pool with the same, like we are an affiliate program, right? Let's just say that if you're in an affiliate program, everybody is doing the same thing. They're trying to get the same customers as you are, right? And so what you're trying to do is take yourself out of that situation by branding yourself outside of that pool. So you become your own identity in your own niche. Okay, that means that then you move into a bluer ocean where people are really hunting you because of your character, your expertise, your likes and beliefs about yourself. Okay, so it really all starts out with your profile and how you set that particular profile up in your picture. I mean, on your profile. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to go to Facebook right now. Do y'all have any questions regarding what we're talking about as far as your branding? Or maybe even where to go and get some of the images for your brand? No? Okay. So what I'm going to do is what I want to show you what I'm talking about, branding. Okay. So it all starts, like I said, with your profile. Okay. So when you start off, okay, it's all how you set your page up for success. Okay, if you want to become an attractive character, you have to set it up. Okay, so it all starts with your profile. Okay, this profile here is one of me and my husband, and it started out being a color image. I shifted it to a black and white, and then I also went to find an inspiration quote. So when I first started doing this, you may think, well, how am I going to create this? They have a cool product, a tool that is free to use, and it's called Canva.com. Okay, so what I like about Canva, and let me go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. Let me sign out. It is a free tool, right? And you can go to just use your personal, family, friends. I mean, no big deal, right? Sign in with Facebook. And what I like about this is that it gives you the right diameters. So you're not going to have all of those that you saw of mine, but what you want to do is you want to click here, like, to show you more options. Okay, so what we're wanting to do is that you want to scroll down to you want the social media. Okay, and what we're looking for is the right diameter of your Facebook page. So what we do is that it's got the Facebook cover. Okay, so that's the first step. So this is the right diameter that you need to have in your Facebook cover. Then the next thing you need to do, you can go with backgrounds. They have several different backgrounds, or you can look up some type of scenery. Okay, I want you to think about where would be your ideal day to spend. Is it the beach? Is it the mountains? Is it on a yacht? Is it whatever the case may be, right? So one of the things that you can do is, if you don't have professional pictures, but you still want to portray this type of lifestyle, okay, then you can just Google something, okay, and find something that would fit. Okay, let's just say that it's all about being on the beach. Okay, like I said, it does not necessarily have to be you. Okay, let's just say this is a perfect image. So we're going to save this image. Okay, we're going to save it on the desktop because it's easy to find it, to locate it. Okay, then we're going to go back and we're going to upload this picture. Okay, there it is. So we're going to stretch it to fit. Okay, and like I said, it may not be a perfect thing. Let's just say that this may not be the right thing. Let's just say that you would rather have it at a golf course. Okay, there's a golf course that you could use. Okay, let's just say that you are at a, let's see where we can go. Just a picture, okay? So it's all about finding something that would that you like, okay? You have different elements that you can do. You've got different grids. You've got frames that you can put pictures in. You can have text. So let's just say that we want something that we're going to inspire us, okay? So if you're like me, you may struggle to come up with some type of inspiration. So what I like to do, again, I go back to my trusted Google, okay, because they have everything, right? So I'm going to say inspiring quotes at Google. Okay, here, look at all of these inspiring quotes that you have at your fingertips. Okay, so maybe it is about an attitude that you want to portray. Okay, let's just find something that you can. So let's try this. So let's do sweat, smile, and repeat. Okay, just something sweet, short and sweet. Okay, so we're going to go back to our, right? And so we can change the color. We can change the font. You can make it highlight. You can add pictures. You know, like I said, it's a very simple thing. Here are just a few of my students that has done this. It's all about, again, it's all about your personality. You know, Sandra is very outdoors. Okay, so she chose this. Okay, Martha this is a picture of her and her husband. This was a layout that she could overdo. Okay, this was another one of my students that took different pictures, different landscapes. Okay, so as far as setting you up for a professional picture on your page is very very easy for you to do. You can do this for free. Okay, it just takes a little time to do a little playing around with it, and it's something simple. Okay, so then the next thing that you want to think about, okay, so you got this up, and so what you do with this is that you want to download it to the JPG, right? You download it, and then you want to upload it to here. Okay, so let's just say that we upload. Let's just say that we upload this, right? Right, and so you can drag this. Okay, so then what you want to do, the second thing is that you want a very up close picture. Okay, the reason why you want this is because you don't want emojis, you don't want where you can't tell that it's you. Okay, so again, guys, we are in business for ourselves. Okay, so we want to be approachable, we want to be professional, but not to the point where we are so professional that we may be not approachable. Okay, so it's like a happy medium type, because again, this is becoming the attractor factor. Okay, so we want to bring people to us, so we want to be casual. Okay, so you want to make sure that it's close enough that you can tell it's you. You can see your eyes, you can see you're smiling. I mean, would you want to look at somebody that is very sad or grumpy or something like that? So make it very appealing. Okay, the next thing is your intro. Okay, what with this is I like to do the very first line. It's about what are we? Okay, with me, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a consultant. I'm a mentor. You could be a dad-apper. You can be a kick-ass diva mom. You can be a fantastic grandma. I mean, think about what you want the world to know you as. I would not recommend just putting like entrepreneur, like affiliate marketer or multi-level marketer, or even your company. Okay, this is another big thing about this. Nowhere can you tell what company I'm with on my page. And that is because I want it to be the curiosity factor. Okay, so you notice that I have emojis in here. You cannot type emojis into this field. Okay, you have to start over here. And this is where you can get your emojis from. Okay, so let's just go that we want to do this. So we want to be an entrepreneur. Okay, if you don't find one that you like, you can also go to emoji.com and have tons of emojis. Okay, so what you do is you can cut it. You have to cut it. You can't copy it, but you have to cut it and then paste it into here. And that will retain the emojis in there. Okay, so the very first line is what do you represent? Okay, the second line is what is your mission statement? Okay, what do you want to help in to leave a legacy? Do you want to help leave financial freedom? Do you want to enjoy your lifestyle? It is very, think about a sentence or two of what you want to accomplish out of your mission statement. Okay, So think about your mission statement. My mission statement is that inspiring leaders, I want to inspire, motivate, and uplift to help find other entrepreneurs to find their inner peace and be able to leave a legacy for other people, their family, right? So I have a tremendous desire to help create a legacy for others, okay? So do something like that in your intro, okay? The next thing is that if you have a business page or a personal group, a personal development group, then you want to point people to other locations, because the purpose of using your personal page is to actually direct people elsewhere, okay? So I tied this, I work for, it's tied to my business page, okay? So in here, you will be exposed to a little bit more training, more business sense here, right? So you can connect that, and it's very easy to do that in your customizing your information, right? So you just click into here, and then there's a place where you can add your link here, okay? So then the next thing you want to do is that right here you have 5 different pictures that you can highlight. Unlike this right here, these move around, these stay highlighted, okay? The reason why that I like to highlight me and my husband so much, that it really helps when I'm talking to prospect men that are my prospects, okay? Because I want to represent myself as a professional female entrepreneur. I want to highlight that I'm married and I'm happily married, right? So I highlight a lot with my husband. The next thing too is that you're going to connect a opt-in page. Again, it's all about the curiosity factor. Again, there's no place whatsoever on here that you find out what I do unless you have some information to like enter your information. So that's how you set your Facebook page up for success. You also have the opportunity here to tell a little bit about your story, okay? This is my story, and this just tells a little bit more about what I do. People want to know about you, so might as well highlight it. Then you also have a place here to highlight some more pictures, okay? So take the time to set your Facebook up page effectively. When you're doing this, then you have an ideal steady stream of customers coming into you on a daily basis. That right there will set you up for success when you are in this online world. So do y'all have any questions regarding setting your Facebook page up? Nope. Okay, that's no problem. Well, tomorrow, what we're going to do tomorrow, we're going to talk about content marketing. And then the next day, I wanted to ask y'all guys, since that this is a holiday week, I normally have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday that we do this class. With it being a holiday, do you want for us to do all of it tomorrow? Or would you like to get together on Thursday, or would you be okay with Wednesday? So think about that. Let me know what would y'all like to do. I'm very versatile about either having it all together tomorrow, or we can actually do it on Wednesday or Thursday, depending on how people are getting busy and stuff like that. Okay. All right. Well, if there's no other questions, unless y'all want to come out. So we will meet tomorrow at the same time. Clinton, do you have any questions before we go?
There we go. Here I am. I'm live now. I had to find the unmute button.
Do you have any questions before we leave?
Well, considering I do have a couple business pages, do you recommend getting rid of them?
It depends on, are you not promoting them?
I am a little bit.
Okay. Why would you want to get rid of them?
Because you said you didn't want business pages up there so people would know what you're doing.
No. That's not what I said. I said I want to point them to my business page.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so no, I want to use my business page effectively, but what I'm saying is that on your Facebook, your personal page, you don't want to necessarily let them know what you're doing.
Oh, okay.
You point them to wherever you want to direct them into whatever offer. And so that way that if you do it effectively, Clinton, then what you do, you have multiple offers that you can point people to.
Okay.
On your need, and by your posting too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Because the Facebook page, the business page is actually a very a good tool to utilize and to monetize your business as you grow.
Okay.
Okay.
I do have one question.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I have a group. I'm in health and wellness part of my life. And so I have a group called Certified Organic Friends because one of my products is certified organics.
Mm-hmm.
And so right now, actually, if you look at my profile, it just says I'm a nice lady, and so I attract people, and they all know I'm a marketer. They can tell by my friends,
Right.
But anyway, I know I need to change it, but I've still been getting people to go into my other business page, which is called Certified Organic Apothecary.
Uh-huh.
And on that page, I've sort of done the lifestyle thing of, we're trying to do perennial gardens and life in the country, city country, and, kind of having building on that because that's really who we are here, And anyway, so far about 90 of my friends have found me there without me putting actually a link on my profile. But I do have about 2,500 friends. I've been here 10 years, so I guess if I wanted to, I could put the link then to the group and the page.
I would. You can write posts. What's the benefits of going into your group? So that's one of the ways that you can direct people to. And then you want to have a marketing plan. What do you want that group to accomplish?
Well, that group, my original intent was I have a lot of friends in health and wellness. And so, they're all passionate about it. They're in different companies. Mm-hmm. To have a place where they felt like a support group where they could share about what they're learning and feel like sharing health-wise. Mm-hmm. But then I also had some strategic places where people could find about, what products I'm passionate about so they could find, But we're sharing information that, isn't that readily available to people who are, especially, the boomers, that might be starting to encounter some different stuff. And so it was, but yet to have a support group for the friends group, But what I found really is that people are busy doing their own thing and you lose them, you got to keep driving the traffic. So I do need to drive traffic. But it's, so far I haven't really found people that, need a lot of support, but we never know when that's going to happen. So it is a support.
So maybe you should gear it more towards adding people to it to help boost your product and services. See, by you providing value inside that group is going to possibly inspire people. If you are, like you said, if you continuously add people to it, then that's the reason why I say, what is your ultimate game plan out of it? Because if you're adding people on a regular basis, then what's going to prevent you from highlighting some of those products? And then by you offering value on a continuous basis, they're going to see you as a leader in this industry. So when they have problems, they're going to come to you. Right? And so that's the benefit of actually having dual places to send people depending on their needs. And so I actually I have conversations with just about everybody, well, just about everybody that I friend on my page. Now, having said that, not every one of them results into a conversation, but a good majority of them does result in conversations and finding out a little bit about them. And through that conversation, I say, hey, maybe this would be a good group for you to join. I give lots of value on certain things. Would you like for me to join, or would you like for me to add you to this? Okay, very low pressure type of traffic to this. And who's to say that you can't add 3 or 4 or 5 people every day to your group? Okay.
Yes.
And so you have a steady stream of lookers at people that are getting to know you. They're at different phases of the know, like, and trust factor. And, it usually takes about 6 to 18 touches when someone is enough they go past that, where there's like, okay, well, I trust her enough that I'm going to look at her product or services, and then I'm going to pull the trigger and do something. Okay. And so a touch is not necessarily a conversation. Okay. A touch is some inspiration that you're giving them. That is a motivation that you've given them. That could be an email that they subscribe to. That could be a conversation that you had. It could be something that you shared on there. I mean, that is as much as a touch too, as you sharing one of their posts, or you making a comment on one of their posts, right? So it is about the follow-up, but if you get them off of the bigger, platforms, like the pages, and then especially your business page, because a lot of times we have tons of followers, but we don't have a lot of interaction with them. So when we move them into a smaller group, we have a higher chance to speed up that process a little bit more.
I love it. Yeah. And thanks for highlighting about the touches, because coming from a background in sales, when I think about touches, I'm thinking differently. And so that really, for marketing and the branding, that really helps. It really widens the scope of how much faster you can do touches. And the types, I had it separated, thinking marketing and sales, but really, sales and marketing goes together, and the touches here, my head just exploded. Thank you.
Well, good. I'm so glad you had an aha moment, because I tend to forget the same thing, Tina, because I come from, even though I was a truck driver, I was in sales before. And when I'm thinking of touches, I'm like, I got to get my link out, or I got to have a very productive conversation with someone.
Yeah. I got to pick up the phone. I got to make them laugh. Yeah.
Exactly.
I got to send another email or a joke. Yeah.
But I found that luckily through my mentorship that, from my other mentor, and he was like, well, I had one of those aha moments too. Like, okay, well, I can understand that. And so I have themes that I threw out the week that, so not only do I bring in new people, but I'm constantly going back around and touching the people that are already on my list too. So that's another way to speed up this process too, is that I really bring in about 25 to 30 new people that I friend on a daily basis, right? And so that gives me an opportunity to talk with them. So my goal is to have conversations and get someone to look at and present my opportunity to. With it being an organic marketing strategy that I use, it means that I'm going to have to work at getting my conversations up so that I can get people open enough to look at my opportunity.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
And so my goal is to get my video out at least 3 to 5 times every day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, using the organic strategy, that may take me a little bit longer to do on a daily basis. It's cut me down. It's about, I usually do it about 2 to 4 hours every day that I try to get my link out, right? I actively promote my program and recruit, right? And as I'm doing that, it doesn't sound like a lot, does it? 3 links. It does not sound like a lot. So what I've done is I broke down my goals. I went from a month, so I know what I want to make in a month, and then I broke it down in the week. Then I broke it down into the day, right? And then I scheduled it in my particular activities every single day, right? And so if I can do that on a daily basis, let's just say that we do that 5 days a week, then that gives me the opportunity to present my offer 80 times in the month. Okay, out of those 80 times, 80 to 100 times that somebody's looked at my link, do you think somebody is going to join me in my business?
And
it's a numbers game.
Yeah, at what point and how do you get them on your list?
When I have the conversations with them, when I send them my opt-in page, because every page, I mean, everything that I have has an email follow-up series with them. Okay, so they have to opt in. I send them the video. They have to enter their email, and then they go and watch the video.
So it starts with the video watch. Okay, I'm with you.
Right.
I couldn't remember when I got on yours, so I couldn't remember when I got on yours.
Exactly. So that starts the touches. Okay, the very first one, the initial is me talking with them. They kind of get an idea. Well, then they opt into my page. Then I have a 1.5 minute little video telling a little bit about myself. And then it goes to my sales video that is 17 minutes long, right? So it's not a very long presentation. And then the next portion of it is that I'm reaching back and talking to them after they watch the video. See, the follow-up is where the money is really made.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so what they do is they enter their email and they get on my list. Then I also put their name on a spreadsheet, on my Google spreadsheet. I write down there what their name is, what date that I sent their email, that link to them. And then I have about 3 or 4 different spots up there. Okay. So I'm going to follow up with them about 4 times before I wipe them off my list, right? Or they stay on my email list. But my regular checking up is that then it starts being longer and longer in between. Okay. So after I send someone the link, then I'm going to ask them, hey, did you get a chance to watch that video? Okay. So I'm asking them, and then if they say yes or no, if they say yes, then I say, well, what was the best part that you liked about it? Okay. Do you see an opportunity for us to watch, get together and talk about it? And then if they say no, do you think that you'll have opportunity to watch it soon? Or they may not even come back and answer me. But because of that being part of the sales, I understand that. And I'm okay with them not coming back and talking with me. Because I understand that because we're in direct marketing, that is a numbers game. Okay.
It's just another touch. There's no such thing as them coming back going, hey, you, I'm ready, right?
Yeah, every once in a while when it happens, oh my goodness, when it does happen, it is awesome. But
Uh-huh.
for the most part, it usually
Yeah.
takes about 5 or 6 times of communicating with these people to get them more comfortable, to at least get them in front of the camera. Okay, that's another big thing that I do a lot of, is that I am okay with getting in front of the camera and talking with people. In fact, I do better with one-on-one like this
Uh-huh.
versus the text. So what am I doing? I'm working my strengths. I'm working the benefits of my talents that I have. I am a talker. Okay.
Right.
I am, and so when I get to someone in to face to face, I have a very high close ratio when I have them this way versus the text. So
Yeah.
in order for me to utilize my skills, that's what you really need to do when you're branding yourself. Okay.
Yes.
You know, the one thing that my mentor told me was, in the beginning, usually if you join a particular company, right, they usually have a strategy that they want you to implement. Okay, usually. And so if you know that you can implement a strategy that it has worked for someone else, and if you follow the exact same strategy, it will work for them. It'll work for you too, right? So you become unconsciously aware of what you've got to do, right? You don't know exactly what you're doing, but you know that you got to do certain steps to accomplish this goal. Okay. Then you start rocking along. Even you have your successes, you have some failures, you have some successes, and vice versa, right? You're filling out where you actually fit into this. Well, then you get to having so much success, then you're unconsciously aware of what you're doing. You start doing it automatically, right? You still have to think about it a little bit, but you kind of know, you get the system down, it's flowing and stuff like that. Then you get to the point where you're so good you don't even have to think about it. You just do it, and then it results in the same action. Okay? So that's what your goal should be as an entrepreneur, is that in the beginning you may not know what you're doing. Okay? But then hopefully you find a strategy that will work for you with whatever platform you're doing or whatever company you're with. And then you embrace that strategy, and then you learn that works. Okay, then you have a foundation. Then you can add other stuff too. You can start incorporating videos into it. You can start incorporating webinars into it. You can start incorporating interviews, other platforms, other strategies, and stuff like that. But in the beginning, most time you have to just embrace what they offer you so that you can get traction, because we are driven by a lot of results. Okay. And I'm not necessarily saying results as far as money wise, which is very nice to have that type of results. But tomorrow we're going to talk about how you can share other people's results as part of a trusted authority, because people look at you different because you celebrate somebody else's success. It's not about you. Okay. But that could be also, successes could be opt-ins. It could be likes, it could be shares, it could be data. It does not necessarily have to be money. Okay, so that's another thing that we're going to cover tomorrow about your content marketing and how you can actually persuade people on your marketing, or depending on how you want to drive them to different areas of your business. I know I got a little long-winded there, Tina, but
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
But it really does start with your brand and branding you as a leader. When you do that and you step into that role, people just look at you differently. People are watching you. They're sitting back. There's a lot of people out here that have been watching me for the last 3 years, right? And they're just now coming out of the woodworks, because they still see that I'm having consistent success. I'm constantly growing. I'm becoming part of the leadership in our companies, right? And so but it all started with branding myself. Okay, it started with me stepping into that role and highlighting me, and then everything that I have in my tool belt is what I offer. I have 5 different offers that I can present to my client depending on what they need. But I'm not going to discover what their needs are unless I ask specific questions.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I gotta mute Miss Sadie.
So, but we'll cover some of that tomorrow with content marketing. But again, think about if y'all want to, for us to just to do all of it tomorrow, or are y'all all right with coming on Wednesday? I'm okay with it. It's no big deal with me. We're going to have a barbecue, but it's going to be later all in the afternoon. So I'm all good at 2 o'clock if y'all want to, okay?
Which is better for you?
Makes no difference to me.
Okay. I'll just go with consensus because I'm flexible.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, I look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. Thank you for joining me today. And I hope y'all have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah.